Good morning. Somewhere on the trail. This is Sunday, March 22nd, 2015. It's a little rainy today this morning, but it's alright. We are once again in the Ouachita National Forest, and we are going to do the Billy Creek Trail. We're going to intersect with the Ouachita National Scenic Trail for a couple miles, and then from there we're going to cut on to the Horsethief Springs Trail, and basically we're going to do a giant loop and end up back here. Depending on how we do it, it's either going to be 23.5 miles to about 27 miles, just depending on which. There's a little connector trail in the middle. If we hit that, it'll add about 3 or 4 miles. Anyway, came out here last night and found the trailhead, which is about half a mile from the trailhead parking. So we're on our way down there now. We got about, it's I think a sixth of a mile down this road. And then we'll be there. A campsite back in there. We stayed in Talihina, Oklahoma last night, which is about maybe 30 minutes from here. Pretty nice little town. Got a cheap little room there. Spent the night, and it's a little before 8 o'clock now. A little bit of rain coming out here. You can see the road is wet, but we're gonna go for it, and we're gonna make this road rock real quick. Jackie's with me again, Jackie B, and we'll check in with you when we get to the trailhead. Alright, about a half a mile down this road, you'll see a little sign, K27. We're going to turn right here off of the main road. So far it hadn't been that bad. It's a little slippery, but I can see blue skies off in the distance, so I believe it's going to turn into a really beautiful day. Hopefully with this mud and stuff, there won't be any. This is also an equestrian trail and a four-wheel trail, so maybe there won't be too much traffic. It is Sunday, so we'll probably see some people, but tomorrow most people will go back to work. Here's what we're going to be following. Yellow and white rectangle blazes should be the whole way. Alright, and here's where we have to make our decision. We can keep going this way, and that'll take you to the Ouachita Trail and the Spur Trail, which is the one we may miss, that 1.9. If we do that, it'll add about 4 miles, because we'll have to do it both ways. And here's our trail. We're going to head this way. Horsethief Spring is 5 miles. So we'll hit that and do that loop and see how it goes. So let's take off. 5 miles to Horsethief. Ouachita Trail 5-2. Eventually we'll be there. It's going to be awesome. So 3 different trails we'll be on. And we are finally on the trail. And like I said, we're at the Billy Creek, near the campground. We're at the parking area. Didn't stay at the campground last night. Got here really late. It was pretty much dark when I found the trailhead, but that way this morning we were able to just drive right to it. So off we go. Here's our first blaze. Kind of faded there. Anyway, I'll stop and do a quick love the Ouachita Mountains. All the pine trees. Awesome. So I think we're in for a beautiful hike. It was really beautiful coming out here. It looked like the clouds were just spilling over the top of the mountains. I tried to get a picture, but I don't think it'll turn out. Anyway, we're gonna get on down the trail, and we'll check in with you in a little bit. Thanks for listening. All right, we are a couple miles down the trail, and we've been crossing this road several times, and I'm here to say that it is marked very, very poorly. It took me about 30 minutes to figure out. Here's the trail right here, but you don't see any marks. And back down there on that tree, I can see two blazes, so I walked off there and pretty much just bushwhacked through the woods until I ran into the trail, and then I backtracked to the road to see where it came out, how I missed it. And here's how I missed it. You can kind of see it going off into the woods here, but this tree right here is the first one with a blaze on it, and you can see just how hard that is to see from the road. So I've been walking around for 30 minutes looking for that. Whew. Fell in the creek, slipped off a rock. Got one foot completely soaked. The other one about halfway, but it's alright. I got fast drying shoes. And it's actually getting pretty warm out. I'm starting to get hot. May take this big shirt off. I'm just wearing a long sleeve shirt with a short sleeve underneath it. Now there's a mark. That's the one I saw. I came up over that hill there from down there. I don't know if you can see that creek. It's the one I slipped in. I came up here and I could see that it had flattened out and it looked like a trail. So once I saw the blazes, it's like, finally. I was just about to keep walking up the road. I'd already gone up the road probably half a mile and turned around and came back because I was sure it was where those two blazes were, but of course it wasn't. Anyway, just a word of caution. If you're doing this trail and you get to those road crossings, really, really keep your eyes open, because I probably already wasted about an hour backtracking and walking and trying to figure out how it crisscrosses that road. It's just poorly marked through there. Anyway, whew, just glad to be back on the trail. And it's turning into a beautiful day. Sun hasn't come out yet, but other than my foot being wet, it's really not bad at all. So we're gonna keep on heading on, and we'll check in with you later. Thanks for listening. Alright, we're a little ways down the trail, and Looks like we came up to a pretty interesting part here, so we're going to take you through this. Looks like the trail goes right through the creek. Oh yeah. Well, at least it's marked. And these rocks are so slippery today that really difficult to keep your footing. So I'm just assuming that every rock I step on is going to move or I'm going to slip. And so far that's paid off, because I walked across some really big boulders back there, and some of them I just slid down the other side and held onto a tree, but it worked. So looks like we got a pretty good water crossing here. Go this way. Now it's marked really well through here. Alright, well I see plenty of places to get across over there. But it looks like we are gonna cross right there. So let's go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll continue on down the trail. And I hope I don't fall in here trying to film this. Okay. Looks pretty easy. There's where I'm heading for. Oh, you show off. Do that with the backpack on. Okay. Duck through here. And we'll circle back around. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Pretty deep right there. Let's walk up there as you can see. Anyway, so far, really interesting trail. And I believe we are coming up to a cutoff here in a little bit where we're going to hang a left and head up to the Horsethief Springs campground. And then we'll continue around that loop and hit the Ouachita Trail. And then we'll hit the other side of this loop. That'll be tomorrow. And back to the car. So anyway, you can see the trail's pretty muddy. Feet are pretty wet, but like I said, it's not cold out at all, so feels pretty good. It's actually a little warm. So we're gonna keep heading this way, and hopefully we'll have some more water crossings and stuff. Haven't had to get any water yet, but got the Sawyer Mini with us, and got about 1.5 liters. And so far, doing all right. So thanks for listening. Well, it looks like we were just right around the corner from the junction. So here we are at the split. We can go straight, cut across the spur, head up to the Ouachita Trail and over, or we can turn left, which this looks like an awesome trail already, and we can go up to Horsethief Springs Campground, which is 2.5 miles from here, and then we'll go around that loop. So we made it to the split, and we're gonna head this way. We'll see you down the trail. Thanks for listening. All right, a little ways down the trail, and it's pretty cool back here. It looks like we're walking in a green tunnel and steadily going uphill again. So hopefully we're almost to the top. Not sure if this is Winding Stair Mountain. I know it's one that we're gonna go across. Sure feels like it. Whew. Anyway, just gonna film for a second. You can see how grown in the trail is already in March. Can't imagine it in April or May. Alright, looks like we're leveling out here. Alright, just a quick look. We're going to keep moving. So we'll check in with you if we see something awesome. If not, we'll see you at Horsethief Springs. Thanks for watching. Alright, we made it to Horsethief Springs. It's like a parking / picnic area, and we're about to head off in this direction looking for the spring. I think it's right down here. Not really sure. Boil for 10 minutes before use. Cool. It's built into this stone structure here. I believe I read up there this was built in the 1930s. Still doing good on water though. Really not going to get any. Plus I'll be coming right back by here once I complete this loop. And I think it flows out down here. Let's check it out. It's raining just a little bit right now, so you might see some sprinkles. How is it, Jackie B? Is it good? Yeah? Alright. We're going to start heading around this loop, and we'll finish this loop up. I don't know if we can do it all today, but I already saw the Ouachita Trail over on the other side, so we'll come back around and we'll hit that. And then back down. So we're going to keep moving. Anyway, Horsethief Springs. Pretty neat little area. I guess people actually used to steal horses and cattle and bring them up here in the 1800s, so it's not just a neat name. It's literal. So we're gonna start heading this way, and we'll see you down the trail. Thanks for listening. Alright, well, it just came to a junction here, and Winding Stair is 3.8 miles that way, so we were not on that mountain. Horsethief Springs Trail is 1.2 miles, which is where we're heading. So we are actually on the Ouachita Trail right now. The blue blazes are the Ouachita Trail, and they're blue and white through here until we get to Horsethief Springs Trail, and then it should go back to yellow and white. So cool. I've always wanted to do the Ouachita Trail. It's about I want to say 222 miles, somewhere in there, 220, 230. And anyway, so this is pretty cool. This is the first time I've been on it. Blue blazes. So I looked at the map wrong. We actually do take this to the Horsethief Trail, and then that's a pretty big loop, and then back around and back down, as I said. And it's pretty cool up here. I'll do a slow pan. I wish it was not so cloudy. It's really hard to pick it up, I'm sure, but looks really awesome standing here. Anyway, me and Jackie B, we're gonna keep heading this way, and saw a couple trucks in the parking lot back there, so might run into some people out here. I don't know which way they, you know, took the loop, so never know. Anyway, Ouachita Trail. Someday we'll do all 220 miles of it, but take a little bit of planning. So we're gonna keep moving down the trail, and hopefully the rain will let up. It's hopefully it doesn't get worse. Right now it's just barely sprinkling, so no problem. But all right, thanks for listening.